Hey, here I am again, Alexandra from galacticconnection.com. And I have another new formula called Restore Your Sanctuary. Now, don't discount this just because you are chilled, you've done all your work, you're feeling really good, you're getting into a bliss state, you know things are really happening, and you're just kind of on the edge of your seat waiting for big things to go down. This is an essence that was specifically created. I actually got the information very strongly that everybody on this planet would really benefit from this essence and oil. I had a conversation with Creator one day about all the pedophilia on the planet and how that was affecting us and the time loops involved. And what I was told is that about 88% of us have always experienced pedophilia in other lifetimes. 88% of us. So I got to thinking about that. Basically, you know how he has stated the end is the beginning is the end. And everything started with the children, okay? And so I really realized that there is a deep, deep wounding and a deep grief that's been going and running through us. There's a current of a feeling of not feeling totally safe. What I mean by that is it's not about confidence as much as it's about being violated over and over and over again. Pedophilia is the main thing right now, but there are so many different ways we've all experienced this violation. And it could be anything from habitual betrayal that you have experienced, abandonment from your parents, feeling unloved or unwanted, or even the worst of the worst, which is, being physically, mentally, and sexually abused. And considering that throughout all of our lifetimes here on planet Earth and other planets, we have been the recipient of pedophilia. I was told this was a really important formula. There's a really deep-seated rage within us right now, just processing the information that's coming out. We are reading details and accounts that we never even dreamt could be so horrific. And now that this is becoming so common, and even the word pedophilia is being written up in mainstream media now, even people that are not really that aware are talking about pedophilia. It's become like a very kind of normal topic these days because it's everywhere and anywhere, and it's the big focus through the Trump administration to take down the deep state because everything's around, the abuse of children and, stealing their essence and their light and that kind of thing. So what I wanted to point out to you was this formula is to assist you in helping you kind of restore your core from what has been destroyed or snatched away or wiped out over the course of all of these lifetimes that we've had. And we've had so many incarnations, it's just too many to count here. So another thing I've been seeing from clients is just that feeling of alienation where we automatically think, well, part of that's because we just don't feel like we belong on planet Earth. But the other part is we don't feel clean and we don't feel pure. And this is number one, because we're in this shell, in this body. And number two, because we have actually disconnected ourselves from our Creator. And so because of all the violation that we're feeling on an mass consciousness level, we're tapped into that. We can't help but not feel that. And it does definitely trigger memories, even if we're not consciously aware of them within our own field. So this particular formula is for all of us that have either been wounded or defiled in any lifetime, okay? And also for, you know, all the defiling of nations and planets and solar systems and galaxies. You know, look at how many planets were destroyed during the galactic wars. And many of those planets were some of our own hometowns, our home planets that we may not even have the ability to go back to at this point. So this goes really deep into that. And if you're feeling a calling, here are some of the advantages to this formula. Increasing conscious embodiment within your physical self in order to be present and accounted for. Increasing courage to face very ugly subjects and painful shadows within. Balancing love in the inner core. Easing the emotional trauma held deeply in the body. Assisting in trusting and allowing spiritual surrender. Strengthening inner resolve to face challenging emotions, memories, and thoughts. Enveloping you with divine love. Lifting intrusive darkness, lessening fears of violation, soothing shock and trauma, removing confusion, indecision, and the fear of losing oneself, releasing judgment of one's oppressors. This is a really big deal. I have talked to so many people that, you know, there's just so much disgust of what is being done. And now that we are hearing the final details of this, I mean, I think there's many of us that are super aware of this topic, but we didn't know how bad it really was until some of this information's come out. I mean, it's just so over the top. Like that video that came out where one of the children was being tortured and at the same time being sexually molested. So increasing vitality, unparalyzing psychic forces that have been stuck in space and time due to trauma, healing the wounded child, clearing the physical circuitry in order to heal physical wounds, knowing that change is taking place without having to see the proof, and transmuting unforgiveness. And I thought this was a really key ingredient here. We are in a absolutely incredible state of potentiality at this moment in time. And what better way to get yourself prepared before you transition and ascend? So again, this is called Restore Your Sanctuary. So, you know, think of it as the purity and the preciousness and the innocence of a brand new child, a firstborn child. And trying to give you that feeling again, to kind of tap into that again. So again, comes in 2 ounce, 1 ounce, okay? And then the oils come in 10 mil and 5 mil, okay? And you can find this up on the website under the top menu where it says Explore. Go down to the shop page. There's a whole list of them there. Or you can, of course, go to the healing section under Alexandra's Alchemical Formulas. Okay? If you have any questions or you have an issue that you're not sure which essence to choose or oil to choose, feel free to drop us an email and tell us what's going on, and we will actually tap in with Creator and figure out what's the perfect one for you. Okay, so I hope this helps, and have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye.